Hello, everybody. Welcome to Holistic Hearts. We are in the middle of a series. Actually, we're not in the middle, we're at the very beginning of walking through the book of Matthew. And like I said in the very first episode for this month, we're going to be having pause moments, prayerful moments, journaling moments with Jesus, questions for Jesus. And so this month is very interactive and it's going to be interspersed throughout this month. It may not pop up on a Thursday. So just so you know that there will be extra episodes this month, there will be interactive episodes. So you can choose to just listen to these episodes and kind of process on your own. Or I really encourage you to find a journal, sit down, and let this be a time to fill your cup. Like I mentioned in the first episode, going over the overview of the book of Matthew, I understand that May is very full. And so I want to honor your time. I want to bring you a cup of the living water in your day to day, as we all have much on our calendar, right? So without further ado, we're going to jump into Matthew chapter 3, 13 through 15. And it's a moment in time that is a beautiful invitation for us to look upon and ask a couple questions, and also really allow the Father, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit to speak to your heart. Now, the caveat here is Jesus's voice and the Father's voice and the Holy Spirit's voice is going to bring all of the fruits of the Spirit. That's who He is. He is goodness. He is patient. He is kind. All good gifts come from Him. So if it's anything that is not like that, that is not from Him. So make sure that it is kind, good, loving. That is your filter. If you are asking these questions that I'm going to give you as journal prompts and you don't feel like you can hear Him, I encourage you to just continue to try. It's like a muscle. When you first start working out, it feels like your muscle is not there. And then over time, as you continue to be consistent and make that a priority, you start to build that muscle. And just the same as with working out, it is with hearing the voice of the Father. So I want to encourage you that if you don't get it right away, it's okay. Keep trying, keep press and play, keep coming and pressing in. He is so delighted to talk to you. So, all right. My prayer for you is that the Holy Spirit would speak to you as you hear these words on a beautiful, beautiful day where Jesus approaches John to get baptized. Now, there is another episode where we have done an encounter before. So if you want a specific encounter, be sure to go back and check out the encounter in the show notes. Okay, today we're going to jump into the scene, Matthew 3, 13 through 15. Then Jesus came from Galilee to the Jordan to John to be baptized by him. John would have prevented him, saying, "I need to be baptized by you, and do you come to me?" But Jesus answered him, "Let it be so now, for this is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness." Okay, I want to repeat that last little line. Jesus answered John, and he said, "Let it be so now, for thus it is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness." Now, I want you to stop and think about Jesus used the word us to talk about him and John in this context. Jesus came to John in complete meekness, humility, knowing that he was the Son of God, and yet he submitted underneath John's calling. He knew that there was words spoken over John's life. And he came underneath that and said, no, we need to do this together. He knew John's destiny, and Jesus was delighted to be baptized by him. Jesus saw John as his peer, and that is beautiful. He knew John's life mission. Okay, so I want you to think about that. In context, in this moment, how amazing that is. And I also want you to ask the Holy Spirit, what does that mean for you and your calling and your destiny and your life purpose and in your mission? So I have 2 questions for you that I want you to just sit. I'm going to play some music and it's going to be quiet for a while and just listen and journal this out. Or maybe you're sitting in the car or driving. Tune in to that Holy Spirit voice within you. I want you to imagine that Jesus is sitting right there with you, wherever you're at. And he leans over and he says, "It is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness." You and him, co-workers, soak in that moment. Jesus is partnering with you right now. And then you can ask, Jesus, how does it impact you to be able to do this great mission together? And now I want you to respond. Jesus, here's how it impacts me when you say us. It is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness. This is how it impacts my heart, my mind, my spirit. Now take some time to journal and process that out. Have a beautiful day.